Good morning, fellow option traders, and welcome to the daily scan for Monday, November 25th, 2013. Well, I have to say that after this weekend and what I experienced, I'm speechless. We'll get to that in a minute. I know it's hard to believe that I'm speechless at all, but it does happen occasionally. Anyway, on tap for today is pending home sales and Dallas Fed manufacturing survey, although I'm beginning to think that these news events don't really have that much of an effect on the market as much as the Fed just saying whether they're going to continue to print money or not. I think that's probably the biggest thing. We're not really sure whether we can rely on a lot of these numbers or not. And of course, this will be a shortened week because of Thanksgiving here in the United States, so the U.S. markets will be closed down. Not sure how that works for like the futures, and I'm sure the foreign markets continue to be open. But here in the U.S., short week, probably low volume, maybe best to sit on your hands this week. Although I'm not sure. A lot of big announcements, and they're all crammed into a 3-day period. The regularly scheduled announcements are jammed into this shortened period this week. So that's something to keep in mind. So I guess I have a 4-day weekend. So can we take advantage of some theta? We might be able to. Now you're beginning to believe maybe I'm not all that speechless, and I guess maybe I'm not. But I was disappointed this weekend. Let's take a look at the foreign markets across the pond over in Asia. This is across the really big pond, which is the Pacific Ocean. We are looking at sort of mixed and relatively flat, except for a couple like the Sensex and the Nikkei. That's not a big number for the Nikkei. And in Europe, pretty solidly bullish open over there so far today. All right, next is the U.S. And here we are looking at the futures, looking pretty solidly bullish this morning. I guess it would have been profitable, at least so far, to get into an SPX over the weekend, or for the weekend, I guess I could say. Gold is down to 1231, full 70 away from that 1300 bogey that we were talking about a couple weeks ago. And oil is also down, although there was a decided jump in gas prices on Friday when I decided to go get some gas. See, they knew I was coming out. They said, hey, the option guru wants to get gas on Friday, so let's pump the prices up. Just seems, it was 304, and I said, well, I want to go get some gas. I need some gas. To go to fill up the tank, and it's 324 at the very same gas station that I saw earlier that morning when I was delivering my grandson to school. So that was a bit of a disappointment. All right, so what's got me speechless? Remember I was talking about going back and doing some back testing on a couple of theories that I had. Well, when I went to open up on demand, first off, I noticed that it took a really long time for it to buffer the data. And as I entered a trade, and then I started jumping ahead a week at a time, it was taking an unacceptable amount of time to get the data. So I gave up on that, and it might be that I might have to do it during the week because maybe there was just a lot of people doing on-demand testing on the weekend. And I do find that when the market's open, maybe they have more servers up or something. I don't know what the deal is, but the data seems to come a little bit faster during the market open time. I don't know. I know that my experience in being or working in IT is that a lot of times the network manager or whatever says, you know what, I have to shut down some of these servers because I have to do a bunch of upgrades, so let's shut down a third of them at a time or something like that on a weekend when they think there isn't much traffic, and there probably isn't compared to a weekday. Or maybe they were loaning some servers to healthcare.gov. I don't know. But anyway, I regret to announce that as of right now, my back testing has run into a brick wall, and we'll see how that works out in the future. So there's a delay in doing some back testing on some of those methodologies that I was talking about. But what we can do now, I'm only in Baidu and Gold, GLD. And this is that calendar on Baidu, and it's only down $11. And we have this expires next week, and next Friday. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this. And it looks like if Baidu's going to follow the market, today is not going to be a good day for it. All right, so I bet you're wondering, well, what'd you do last week? Let's take a look at what happened last week. And I changed the spreadsheet here a little bit. I added this column here just to give us a total for 2013. So the last 3 weeks since I've been keeping track. And I should have been keeping track of other weeks because this number would have been a lot more impressive. Had a really nice run there for a while. But last week we ended up down $97. So this is SPX. And we lost 180. And Tesla we made 10. And LinkedIn we made 73. And of course all this does not include transaction costs. And we're just talking nickels and dimes. Well, buck and a quarters anyway for transaction costs. So not a good week, not a bad week. This was a panic when I bailed on this, and I should have just let it ride. But, you know, hindsight is always 20/20. Okay, let's just jump right into the A+ list, and we'll start with our scan. We'll go to Apple. Alright, here's our channel on Apple. See, I'm seeing this pattern here a lot. You know, there's the overall indices seem to be climbing, but a lot of the stocks that we watch just, you know, and I'm afraid to do anything on these. You know, maybe I could do an Iron Condor over the weekend, the long weekend on Apple. Let's take a look at that, because that's what we're here for, is to see how we can squeeze some moolah cash out of the market. Here's a calendar that we put on, that not a real one, of course. This is a simulated calendar with an expiration of next Friday. That probably would have been a good trade. Even a calendar, even right at the money, would be a good trade. But let's see what we have out here. I don't think they actually have an expiration this Friday. That doesn't seem right. Let's take a look at the first expiration in December. So we'd be looking at 505. Here's the Iron Condor here, 505 and 535. So we'd want our short call at 535 and then make that 540. There we go. And make $155 on that. So that's 505 and 535. So that would be up here and down here. Well, that looks pretty good to me. I can live with that. So let's put an iron condor on here, and I'm just going to put an alert. Oops. Yeah, there was a new release this weekend. We'll do at or above. Oops. A new release this weekend that changed the dialog boxes. Now the dialog box is going to only contain information that pertains to wherever you click on the chart, so it's context sensitive. If you want to go and get the full menu, you have to come down here to the symbol Apple. But for everything else, it says, well, you're clicking in this area of the chart, so this is the menu that I'm going to present you. If you're clicking, say, on this, on the study, then this is the menu I'm going to present you. And if you're, let's see if it changes if you're clicking on the bar. Yeah, it does sort of change it a little bit there. So, Apple, if we get any sort of movement, going to add another one here to give it for a wiggle alert, I guess you might say. Yeah, they're piled on top of each other here. You can't really see it. So no matter which way she goes, it should go enough to trigger one of these alerts. And I'm probably going to jump in on this Iron Condor on this one. Adobe, we have the Iron Condor on it. And it's doing fairly well. It's up 21 bucks. You know, max profit is 178 on this. We have 4 weeks to expiration. There, the furnace just turned on. Sorry about the background noise. And that's not really one of our A-plusers. All right, Amazon. It's weakness in the afternoon here. I didn't do anything on this, even though I had an alert on it, I believe. Yes, I did have an alert on it for Friday. Didn't do anything on it. Now, is there still a chance to get in on it? You know, one thing I don't know is, I don't know how this ended up on here. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know how they're going to handle expiration this week. I think expiration is really Wednesday, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Here, I jumped over here and took a look at this. I forgot they're open a half a day on Friday. So, probably equity products close at noon. ETFs and indexes that normally close at 3 will close at noon. So that's pretty much, we're looking at a noon close. So yes, there will be a normal expiration this Friday. Just won't be at 4 or 4:05. It's going to be at 12 noon. All right. So, could get in one here on Amazon. So I'm going to put another alert on it. Re-alert Amazon. All right. Oops. There and then over to there. There we go. Baidu. Calendar on Baidu is here. That doesn't hurt having that there. So this is our target. And we'll see if we come down and knock on that door or not. We're still waiting for this to develop for a possible bull put. Celgene. See if it continues. Oh my goodness. That's just on a absolute tear. And no entry opportunity. Chipotle. Wiggling around. We had an alert on this on Friday. Obviously I took a pass on that. But there may be another opportunity here looking short, very short term here. There may be another opportunity because on this chart we're still in an incredibly strong uptrend. It's so far away from that 50 moving average. It's just really far away. So, but I'm not going to re-alert that because I am not impressed with what happened here. That scares me a little bit. Looking intraday here, 3 red bars, 1 green, another red bar. Are we in for more red on this? Are we running out of momentum? Yeah, it could be. So there's nothing there. A little shaky looking to me. FedEx, our alert did not trigger. It's still valid. All right, move it down a tad. So it gets here above pretty much the average high for most of the day. Okay. Green Mountain. That crazy little earnings thing that was going on here. They still might be cruising for a bruising here. Activate. There we go. They moved it. So really what we're looking for is something up here now, because we are in a downtrend. Google. Alert did not trigger on Google. I don't feel that it's valid anymore. We should look at an Iron Condor on Google too. And we'll look into next week. So we would be at, let's get this down here to say like 20. 20, so 1010. And 1060. 1060 is way up there, and 1010 is way down here. That's another pretty good candidate, I think, for an Iron Condor. So let's go here. 1060, where'd you go? $10.60 and $10.10 on the put side. And 10.05. So it's at $1.62. That's not bad. So we'll go back to the chart and squeeze this one down a little bit more. So I get my alert. It's not going to want to. There we go. And then we'll add another alert here. Add her below. Okay. So I will pause it from now on when I do this, so that we don't eat up your viewing time. LinkedIn. Okay, we had a successful trade there. We're looking for another opportunity. MasterCard. We had a move up. we did not have an alert on that last week. So I'm going to put one here. Alright, Marvel, we have, yeah, that thing going on, that synthetic covered call. Netflix alert triggered and did nothing but pull back the rest of the day. So I am going to take a pass on them. It doesn't look real impressive to me. Nike alert triggered. When I looked at it, this is a very nice IV here because we got earnings coming up. I'm going to re-alert this. I can tell you, some of these might be for this Friday's expiration. At least the ones that I would be doing the verticals on, the bear calls and bull puts. This is looking like it's topping out here. Iron Condor may be an appropriate trade on that, but I'm not doing that right now. These guys have earnings today, I believe. No, that'd be tomorrow. No, that's today, before market open on a Monday. That's weird. Tesla, what's going on with Tesla? Ooh, okay, Tesla, we have this calendar in here. Let's see how that's doing. Oh, it expired. Okay, so this doesn't mean anything anymore. Alright, so Tesla just continues its march down, but it looks like it's running out of gas. And we don't have an entry there. Visa did a nice move later on in the day. I'm going to take a pass, though. It's not strong enough to do anything this week. Walgreens had a nice move up, and I alerted them on the 21st, and I didn't do anything here, so that would have been a good trade. This is the 21st here. That would have been a good trade into this week even. But I'm taking a pass on that. I need to know if it's going to get past this resistance here. So I'm going to put an alert there. And this is a non-trading alert, but I'm going to record it anyway. Needs to prove it to me. And then XLV, which I believe is on a tear yet as well. So, but, and I looked at this on Friday, and I didn't like my choices. It didn't look attractive to me. IV percentile is 43. Current IV is 13. It's pretty low compared to almost everything else that we're looking at. So that's where we are today. We have alerts on Amazon, FedEx, Master, Nike, and Walgreens, and we're looking for some Iron Condors with first Friday in December expiration on Apple and Google. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.